Can you repeat the question because we didn't hear it?
Oh, sure. So basically, how do you actually train your people from a career development standpoint? Because there's not a lot out there. How do you actually offer that to them when they're busy? And so one of the things that we did when we were evaluating our recruiting budget was actually looking at what professional development dollars we had set aside. Like we often forget about our own people, and it's not like there's a recruiting class that you can take. If there is, let me know. I probably need to take it and send a few of my people through it. But looking specifically, the number one focus is looking at job development. Will this help you in your development to be better at your role? But then the second part is, will this help you in your career development? So we've set aside dollars based on the level that of your position. And if you want to come to NACE, then that's what you can use the funds for. If you want to take classes and you're pursuing a second degree, or certification, you can do that. So in discussions with your performance manager, we can outline what a training model should look like for you. Also, taking the time, I have someone on my team who looks after the operations of the team, is kind of scouring internally kind of what other trainings are available that, while it might be geared towards a role within HR, that there's value because of the skills that are in there. And then we're also taking a look specifically at, one of the biggest pieces, and I don't know if John Flato, I'll do a shout out for him because he came in and we had Universal come in and do a session and brought up a really interesting point. I think was your point, if not, I'm going to give you credit for it. He said, how many of us, in terms of our stakeholders, right, no one reports to us. Right? Our stakeholders are usually senior VPs and our business line managers. So it's really about our consultative skills, right? How do we influence other people? So we're looking into how we better train our own people. So if you're dealing with a campus team, for example, and you're trying to influence people who are, alums of their school and are very passionate, and we're supposed to be the professionals on guiding them or consulting with them on how to be effective on campus, there's an influence piece that's there. And so we are really looking back at skills, and so I think for those of you who lead recruiting departments, it goes back to mapping it to the jobs itself, right? The jobs, and then if you can outline the skills and the competencies that are required, you can build a training model around that. Does that answer your question?